Hey Aditya,
Hey, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Bas, yeah, all well.
You're in Bangalore only, no?
Bombay.
Oh, you're in Bombay.
Where do you
Well,
live in Bombay?
I'm in Santa Cruz, East.
Oh, wow, where in Santa Cruz East?
Pocola.
Oh, wow, I lived in Kalina for 10 years, 12 years, that
For
was.
10 years. Oh, okay.
2004 to 15, 16, yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I
Great,
just
yeah.
moved to Khar like 5 years back.
Oh, okay, okay. Any plans on moving to Bangalore or something?
No, yeah, not for me.
Acha, okay,
I live
okay.
in Bombay.
Awesome, awesome.
गुड इस सर का भी मैसेज नहीं आया था ना सुबह से वैसे.
हाँ यार, उन्होंने ये वाला लेटेस्ट पढ़ा तो है.
He said okay sir yesterday. मैं एक बार कॉल कर लेता हूँ यार.
Sure, yeah.
Hello.
Hey, hi Pramod sir. Aditya here.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Pramod sir, Aditya Khurana here from Open House. We spoke yesterday.
Yes. Actually, I'm trying to open the website. I just got one or two issues to sort out.
Got it. Are you logging in from your laptop, sir?
Desktop, my desktop.
Your desktop, that is great. And are you using Chrome browser?
Yes, I am.
Then 99% प्रॉब्लम नहीं होएगा सर बट मतलब अभी आपको 1-2 मिनट लगेगा क्या?
No, actually, now I have granted video and audio permission. So there is this step to click here to refresh the tab.
Okay.
So I'm doing that, but it is refreshing, but the same window is coming.
Okay. Shall I take Raghav on the call? Very quickly, sir. My colleague from the tech team, he can help. Let me just try and take him on the call. One second.
Okay, yeah.
Just hold. कोई और है अभिषेक who can guide?
जनरली राघव को ही बुलाते हैं हम.
राघव उठा नहीं रहा है.
सर का वेबकैम एक्टिव है क्या? कैन यू?
The person you're calling is.
Actually, sir, my colleague Raghav, who's on the tech side, is not picking up his call.
No, wait. I got this join class
Yeah.
icon.
Join class now, sir.
So, yeah, I am clicking on it. Just a moment.
Yes, sir, you are here.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Hi sir, good evening.
Good evening. Yeah. Just a moment. I'll just switch on the lights.
Sure.
Yes.
So, sir, thank you so much for logging in. So, just setting the context, my colleague Abhishek is here today, and he'll be helping you with like a quick demo on how to use the platform. Also, some on the simulations to build your comfort before you can start for a trial class with some of your students, as we said, correct?
Yes.
So, over to Abhishek, sir. Abhishek, we promote sir. I was excited to meet him day before yesterday because
Okay.
he actually probably understands the relevance of simulations more than most other teachers we've met.
That's great.
And he gave me a couple of alternatives as well, which I published to Suvesh Shah.
Oh, awesome.
And Medha that we need to check because, sir has used some of these in the past. Wolfram Technologies ka Mathematica. Actually, sir, by the
Oh,
way,
okay.
went on the site and looked around as well. And
Okay.
University of Toronto, he recommended from a video perspective.
Okay.
So I think sir is pretty, how should I put it? I think the thought process is very, very aligned. This is amazing. because normally on simulations ना sir क्या होती है teachers, I think it takes a little bit of time to digest, correct? कि ऐसा है.
Yeah.
I think one of the very few who probably get it immediately, so it's really cool. Like I said, the agenda is really, sir, for you to get comfortable with the platform today, the next 15 minutes, and then with Abhishek planning out next week, आपको जो अपने batch students के साथ trial करना है, Abhishek will make sure that we are able to help you migrate, sir. Correct? So I'm here, and great. Abhishek, over to you.
Yes, sir. So this is our OH Meets platform, sir. So have you seen it earlier? Has sir seen it before?
Yeah, actually, for 1 to 2 months, 1.5 to 2 months, I had taken online classes on Noon Academy platform.
Okay.
So, yeah, but it was not as versatile as your platform, because I think yesterday in the afternoon or probably in the morning, I logged into the website and I checked the controls and everything.
Okay.
So there was no video feed in my previous classes. And it was very much like I have to send a PDF file, then they will upload, they will approve the file, then I will upload it from my end on the website, and then from that I will start teaching, use my pen tab and everything. So basically for a subject like physics, I felt quite handicapped.
Okay, understood.
Because the first thing about physics is it is very imaginative subject. So because I'm not physically present in front of the student, that itself is a big limitation. So this simulation and everything, that's a very good, a very big help for someone who is not physically there yet, is trying his best to explain these imaginative things basically.
Understood.
So this simulation and everything, that platform, I liked it very much, because I actually have been using it since past 7-8 years. So I know up to what extent it can prove to be helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that makes this very it increases the impact of your teaching.
Correct, sir. Yeah. Perfect, sir. Like very well put, sir. And this platform, that is what we are trying to do, right? So we understand the limitations that a teacher is not physically present. So what we are trying to do is our video platform should be such that it gives you all the experience of being in a real class, right? So this is how it will look. This is how the platform looks like, and you will be in the center as a teacher. And Aditya and I have joined here as students. So all your students, they will be around your video in small circles like this. So this is how the basic interface looks like. And we have like many basic features, right? For example, even if the video is off or something, your students can do gestures like this, or if they have understood or something. And if they have not understood, they can do a red mark like this. So all this is available for the student. And just like a physical class, they can raise hand as well. So now I have raised hand. The hand is coming slightly later, but that we will work on it. Yeah. And you can click on OK as well. So if you have solved my doubt, right, you will see a OK button near Abhishek. So you can click on that and my hand will go down.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is like a teacher has acknowledged my question. So that those are some of the features. Another feature, interesting feature that we have built for engagement is, right, so you can see a green bar around my video, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is actually the Babel meter. So even if my video is off, right, you want to see whether your students are engaging well. So this is actually like a talk time meter. So if all your students are speaking, you will see the meter in green. But if some of your students have not engaged, or they are not contributing enough to the class, not speaking enough in the class, the meter will be yellow or either red.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and another view of that is on the bottom left of your screen, you will see a small mobile or a walkie-talkie type icon.
Yes.
Yeah, if you can click on that.
Yeah.
So here you will actually see the percentage breakup of how much the teacher has spoken, how much Aditya has spoken, and how much I have spoken in the class. So if you just hover your mouse over that meter, you can see a percentage breakup of how much your students are speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. So you think this will be like helpful for engagement in your classes?
Very much, because every teacher must get his or her students involved in the class. So
exactly,
as much involved as the teacher is, in fact.
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah. We also think the same. Thank you so much, sir. So after this, on the right, you will see like the control panel.
Yes.
And you can start exploring the features top to bottom. So you will see there'll be end call, camera, mute, all the basics. You can mute all your students. That there'll be a mute all button.
Okay.
Below that, you'll see a tag a friend feature. Yeah, if you can just click on that, we'll quickly see what that feature does.
Okay, tag a student to start. Once done, the tagged one tags another friend,
Yeah.
and the tagging continues.
Yeah. If you can click on proceed.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you can tag either Aditya or me. So there'll be a small basketball beside our name, right?
Yeah.
So you can click on anyone, whichever student you want to tag to answer a question in class, to give an introduction. You can click on that. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you have chosen Aditya, and after he answers your question or however you can do it, he can pass on the ball to either me or even you can do it.
Okay.
So now Aditya or I think someone is in it. So I got the ball and then I will speak in the class. So this is again like cold calling, right? Generally, instead of just cold calling, you just try to add a fun element to this, and you can, just pass the ball around. And it is active till all the students have completed their turns.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes we want them to answer something, but students are not answering. But what this does is this nudges them. So other students are also answering. So like I can also answer, maybe answer kar deta hu. So this feature tries to do that.
So, like for
Yeah.
example, right now the ball passed from Aditya to you.
Yeah.
So, like imagine there are like 15 or 20 students in my
Yeah.
class right now.
Yeah.
So ball will be passed on like randomly, or will there be a pattern?
No. So the students can choose who to pass on the ball next.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's up to the student and even up to the teacher. So even you can choose who should the ball go after which student. You can click on
Okay.
anyone. Yeah.
So it won't happen randomly either.
No,
the
it's
student
not
or the
random.
teacher or the teacher.
Yeah. It's up to the teacher or the student. Yes. Perfect. Yeah. Now you can click on end tag a friend.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Awesome. Now you can, I think below that there'll be the modes.
Okay.
Under modes, you can probably see the whiteboard feature first.
No, first it says present screen.
Okay, so present screen is the normal share screen feature that we have on Zoom, Google Meets, etc.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to share something from your screen, if you want to share a simulation or something.
Second says whiteboard.
Yeah. If you can click on that, I think you have a pen tablet already.
Yes.
Yeah. So
is it very much like Microsoft Whiteboard?
yeah, it's very similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have like few added features like multiple pages. And you can see all your students while working on the whiteboard, right? You can even enlarge it, and you can use your graphic tablet to write on it and the whiteboard. Yeah.
Okay, it can be resized also. Okay.
It can be resized as well.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. About this pen size, can I change the thickness of the line that I'm drawing, or I might want to draw?
So currently, I think there is only the color feature. You can change the color.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we've added the thickness feature yet, but we are working on improving the whiteboard by many-fold. So coming updates, we will see a lot of improvements in the whiteboard, but you can change the color. Yeah.
Okay.
So there is undo, redo, a different color, eraser. You can clear the board. You can add pages. Add pages is something that we got a request from a lot of teachers, because sometimes the answers go long or the chapter is longer.
Yeah.
So you can add pages to this and write it on.
Okay.
Yeah. So up to 10 pages you can add.
Okay, in one session.
In one session you can add up to 10 pages.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do I scroll through these pages? Just left arrow and right arrow on the lower right side?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fine. And below the eraser, that there is a cross. It's similar to the delete icon. So
yeah, I think that clears the board, sir. So everything on the screen. Yeah.
On the one that is currently visible, that is say right now there are 3 slides.
Correct.
So right now I've highlighted slide number 1. So if I hit delete, it will clear only slide number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. In and all, it's good. Quite good.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing as well, actually, in my previous experience, I used to use PDF files.
Okay.
So can it be done here also, or I just have to use this whiteboard and that's it?
So PDF files you can share. You can use the share screen feature to show the PDF files that are on your computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And fine then. Last time I shared this with Mr. Aditya about the
Okay.
Wolfram CDF player. So
Okay.
I'm having Wolfram CDF player on my system. I also have a lot of interactive simulations.
Mhm.
I have classified them according to chapters also.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like I will run the simulation from my system and I will just use
Correct.
the share screen.
Yes, sir. Perfect. You will use the share screen and all your students can see whatever is running on your system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And actually, sir, we've shared the feedback with our team as well. For all you know, the simulations that we see as relevant as well, we might add them to our repository,
Yeah.
and then we could even tap it in the classroom versus share screen. But abhi
Yeah.
wo thoda time hai, it doesn't stop your progress. But our
Okay.
end objective is कि class में simulate, मतलब as in versus share screen, each student should be able to play with that simulation on their own, correct? Versus
Yeah.
the teacher. But
Okay.
वो भी एक journey है, correct? मतलब as in, but I really, like I told you, I really appreciate you sharing that. I think the team's definitely looking at it, how to integrate it.
Okay.
After that, you can check out the quiz feature, sir.
Uh,
You can check quiz feature.
yeah, quiz.
Yeah. You can click on that. I've added a small quiz for now.
Okay, so question, it is saying select a question set, and in that there
Yeah.
is one question, 3 questions. Okay.
Yeah. You can click on that set.
Okay, proceed. All right.
Yeah. So this is how the in-class quiz works.
Mhm.
So your students will see the all 4 options, the timing and what the question is.
Okay.
So now you can see where my name is. So you can see it's on A, and if I'm changing the option, you can see if I'm changing the option.
Yes, it's on D now.
So you can see this way what all your students are trying to mark, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and you can also see if the students are going wrong. And at the end, it also generates a report for you what all your students have answered. So this is like if you want to revise the previous class, or if you want to do a small revision of this class, what you just do at the end, we can have like a small quiz like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can share the questions with me in any format, right? If you have it written on a notebook or from the textbook, if you just share the pictures, I will
Okay.
add these quizzes for you in the platform, or yeah.
All right. Should I stop it now?
Yeah, sure. Or you can click on the next question. Next, I've also added a subjective question.
Okay.
Yeah. So here your students can also type out subjective answers, right? So if you don't always want to check from the options, they can also write subjective ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So if I just write something, just click on submit. So you can see what I have submitted, what someone else is submitting. All your students' answers will be visible, and you can directly see if they're right or wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, then what are the different kinds of questions that can be part of this quiz? Like right now,
Yeah.
you have shown me all the MCQs, and you
Yeah.
have
So mainly MCQs and subjective questions are
Okay.
here. And we have also added a numerical for you if you want to see how that looks like. So this one is a numerical question. And we can also increase the time limit as for every question. So if it's a tougher question, we can give them 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So students can choose from the 4 options.
Okay, and finish. So
Yeah.
quiz. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the in-class quiz.
Okay.
Yeah, and a good thing is like again while the quiz is happening, you can still see all your students around the quiz box in
Yes.
circles, and you can see their expressions. You can see if they're thinking, etc.
Yeah, certainly. And about the last one, the breakout room.
Yeah, so breakout room is also a feature that is available on Zoom and Google Meets. If there are more than 4 students in your class, right? You can divide the meeting into smaller groups. So you can divide them into 2 students in one meeting, 2 students in another group, and you can jump between those 2 smaller meetings. So if you're giving like a group project to them, if you're giving you're dividing the class into 4 or 5 parts and giving them individual things to do, for that you can use the breakout room.
Different things to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah. So you'll need more than 4 students for that. So currently you will not be able to try that feature out.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
And okay, this I have clicked on the more actions button actually.
Yeah.
So refresh is fine, but what does troubleshoot mean?
So troubleshoot is generally if your video or audio or is not working, right? So you can click on that and it will show you if there are problems in the audio, if there's a mic problem or there's a video problem. It can show you and what to, yeah.
Okay, so like, is it on the software level or like Google Chrome level?
It's on the software level, not the Google Chrome. Yeah.
Okay, so like if anything is wrong with the Google,
Yeah.
I will have to do it manually from my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right. Okay, and okay, what about this upload image? I clicked on the upload note
Yeah.
icon.
So that is also a very interesting feature that we built for online. So for example, if you have given a question to solve in your class, right, and you want to see it instantly in the class. So generally, currently, what teachers and students do is they'll either click a picture of their book and send it over WhatsApp or something, right?
Okay.
But here, what we have tried to do is we have integrated in the classroom itself. So I'll just show you an example. So now I've clicked a picture of my notebook. So there is an Open House app, and I've clicked on upload. And you can see you got a notification, right? So you can see above Abhishek, there is a small document picture.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you can click on that, you will see that I've uploaded my notebook instantly.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, so that way all your students can upload what they have written in class and it will be visible.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So like, whatever notes they have written or whatever
Correct.
doubts they want to share, everything.
Correct. Yeah, so they can click a picture and instantly upload it, and even the teacher can do it. So even you can upload notes from whatever you're doing in class.
Okay, and suppose I, like, for example, imagine I have taken a class of say 60 minutes, my teaching time is over.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to give them notes about that. So
Yeah.
like I should do the same thing, I should follow the same procedure.
So these pictures that you upload or the students upload, right? So
Mhm.
all that is saved in your teacher dashboard.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there you can download it and share it with your students.
Okay, the students
Yeah.
can directly download that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Even after the class is over.
Even after the class is over. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, my favorite part, classroom simulations.
Classroom simulations. Yeah. So here there are only the ones that have been integrated.
Okay.
But like we discussed, you can always share screen and show whatever simulations you have and whatever extra simulations that we have on our end. So we can use the share screen to show that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like to start one motion and force simulation. Should I?
Yeah, sure. Click on that, sir.
Okay, start.
Yeah. So how this feature works here is after you have opened the simulation, all the students will have their own independent views here. So whatever I am using, so now I can click on motion, friction or acceleration on anyone. Aditya can click on a different mode and he can work on it differently. So here students are working on it independently. And this is especially for that feature where you want the students to actually try out the simulation after the teacher has showed it once.
Okay.
So yeah. So once you have probably showed it on the share screen, how to do it, etc., you can open it here and your students can all try it on their different independent screens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whichever they want to try, they
Yeah.
can on their own.
Yeah. Yes.
So like simultaneously, every student might be doing different
things. Correct, sir. That is how the feature is currently, but we are still open to feedback from teachers like you who already know have a lot in this game. So if you think it should be like a common for everything, or if you want the teacher simulation for the students to see, whatever feedback you give, that's yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And also just turn on the light and come. Yeah.
So sir, normally Saturday evenings are free for you, या अभी because exams है तो relatively free है.
No, usually evenings are free.
Okay.
So like maybe 5 or 6 o'clock onwards, even till 9:30 also, I can take classes. Actually, I had taken classes 2 months back in the same time slot.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, the interface is quite good.
Yeah,
It's great, in fact, because it is more interactive. It is more.
exactly.
See, because in the past I had tried one or two things. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like uh, most of the time there was only teacher who was involved.
Correct.
When
Correct.
you make classroom this interactive, it gives more involvement to students also, which is
Exactly.
actually necessary. So I'm sure the impact might be quite good.
Exactly, sir. Perfect. Yeah.
Second thing is about okay, fine, teaching and all part. It is just one aspect, although major, but still it is one aspect of covering the curriculum. Then there is a test practice work to be assigned. There is
Practice.
a test on different formats to be conducted. So how do we assign homework or all those things?
Okay. So currently, this exact feature that you were talking about, right? So we are
Hmm.
actually in a process to build that app. So it will come out in a few days, in a few weeks, I guess. So you
Hmm.
can directly assign homework to different students from your phone, from your. So you just have to upload pictures of your papers, and you
Okay.
can assign it to different students, and it will be directly saved on your drive. So
Okay.
this feature currently we do not have it working. So currently, whatever the teacher is doing, right? So either sending question papers on the WhatsApp or sending PDFs. So
Hmm.
we are following that. We can digitize the papers for you. So if you have it in a written form or if you have it in different places, right? So you
Hmm.
can share those questions with us, and we will create like a PDF for you. We will type it out for you, and we can share the PDF form with you. That we are doing currently. But the exact feature that you are talking about, right, where you want to assign homework to different people, where you can directly check it in the same app, we are working on that app, and it will be out in no time.
Okay.
Yeah,
One more thing.
yeah,
See, whenever a student is like joining any batch or attending any class,
yeah,
they have a certain target in their mind. Like for example, someone is preparing for JEE or maybe
yeah,
NEET or any other entrance exam.
yeah,
Uh, there are many students who just want to get a good score in the board exam.
yeah,
Now, the difficulty with that is that board exam requires a different preparation method, but
yeah,
more importantly, a different assessment method. The question paper is different. The correction has to be done by the teacher manually, and
correct,
the detailed feedback also has to be given. So,
correct.
how do we handle this diverse requirement of various students?
Understood, sir. Understood. So this currently, how we do it is, so we provide these learning interventions for however the teacher is conducting classes, right? So if you're conducting a class for a board exam, if you're conducting for like, so generally we have students till 12th grade, right? And we are trying to support the teacher in any way. So basically in the platform, we do not have that difference, right? For competitive exams or different kind of things. So that is up to the teacher on how the teacher wants to conduct the class. Yeah, probably Aditya can add more after coming back. But currently, it's up to the teacher on how the teacher wants to conduct classes. So if you want to do a competitive exam class today, you can use the platform to do it. If you want to do a 12 board class tomorrow, you can continue.
No, actually, I'll tell you how I have been doing so far.
Yeah.
See, there is a common denominator when a student is preparing either for a board
Yes.
exam or an entrance. They have to work out on the same syllabus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is only that the pattern of exam, the types of questions, and the skill set required to crack those questions, they are different.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I have been doing so far, at least, is during the teaching session, I would
Mm-hmm.
teach the syllabus,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and then, if and as and when required, I would take some one or two separate classes, either for maybe entrance exam preparation and how to crack MCQs and what kind of MCQs are usually asked, how to handle them, and things like that.
Right.
So, in my experience, guiding students for board exam doesn't require this extra effort. I mean, it is covered during the teaching part itself. Guiding students for the entrance exam, medical and engineering exams, that requires a separate 1 or 2 extra classes per chapter on an average basis. So some chapters are big, you need to take 4 or 5 classes. Some chapters are small, 1 or 2 are enough. So extra separate class is required to give students a good idea and a good practice regarding the different types of questions, because in objective pattern, the diversity of questions is very big. There are so many different types of questions that are asked that you have to take at least a few, representative kind of questions and then give them, assign them. Like typically on every chapter, there are at least 20 to 30. If the chapter is bigger, there are maybe 30, 40 or 50 also. If the chapter is smaller, that could be 15, around 15 questions. But yeah, a separate questionnaire has to be given. A separate kind of question bank for practice must be given to the student, and it should be solved by the student. It must be followed by doubt clearing, a one-on-one session with the teacher, that okay sir, these are the questions I have solved. Because sometimes what happens is we have to see the solved questions which got the correct answer, still we have to see that. Because at the end of, see, when you get answer to a question, that is not the end of solution. There is a last step involved here. It's called re-evaluation. Did you follow the same chain of thought, the same concepts that are required or that are necessary to solve it? Like, did you solve it just the way you are supposed to solve it? Or is there some error in judgment which just by fluke you got correct answer now, but it won't help in other type of questions? You will definitely make a mistake. So you have to be sure about the thought process which was followed. Is it just like it's supposed to be, or is it just by fluke? That also you have to see many times.
Right.
So a separate session, particularly for medical and engineering entrance, are required. They're necessary. And second thing is about board exam. Also, separate sessions are required, but though they are not on that scale or in that number. Like in board exam, what we primarily have to do is discuss different types of questions that might be asked, or maybe give feedback about the style of answering of the student when they have submitted their written answers to us. So we go through it, we read it, and then we say, okay, your language is a little bit, it needs a lot of improvement, or you did not plan your answer, or you did not study at all, or maybe you should work on the memory part more, or maybe you haven't understood the chapter altogether. So that kind of specific feedback must be given to students for subjective part as well. So in and all, broadly now you can say that, okay, the whole curriculum from a teacher's point of view, you can divide into broader sections too. The major part is the teaching, of course, but it must be supported. In the end, they are supposed to solve as many questions as possible, get as many marks as possible. So from that point of view, the practice also should be done accordingly. Board exam preparation requires a little less effort, a little less practice. Entrance exam requires, comparatively a lot. So that also needs to be taken care of when we are planning sessions, or maybe planning the whole curriculum. We need to take care of this also.
Oh, that's a very fair point, sir.
Yes. So maybe as we move ahead, see, till last year I had been using Google Classroom.
Oh, okay.
So some features I found them very helpful, very interesting. There was a provision about subjective questions and writing their answers and submitting them.
Yeah.
So instead of student taking a photo of the written answer and sending you, they'll just type out the answer. Yeah, the limitation was that we have long answer questions which require diagrams and equations also. You can't type that in a Google Classroom platform. That was a big limitation. So considering all this, can we have, or do you already have an interface which can address all these concerns?
No, sir. As in, I think on our journey path right now, currently how we have been thinking about is home tutoring with a board orientation. Correct? I'll be very honest. Even from a mock papers, etc. I think we have a repository which works for different boards.
Mhm.
We have currently avoided the IIT, JEE, and NEET competitive exam space because there we believe that today in Imbibe, correct? By the way, I'm not sure if you use the platform, but वहाँ बहुत सारे AI भी built है जो अपने
Okay.
आप ही स्टूडेंट को फीडबैक देता है कि भाई तू ये गलत कर रहा है, correct? And more on the MCQ parts of it, obviously subjective will always require human intervention. I'm
Yes.
sure the Byju's, Vedantus of the world are already spending money to kind of make that happen because it's the most competitive space if you think about it from a
Yeah.
सारी दुनिया उसी पे लगी हुई है, correct? And that's why and to us home tutoring seems to be in that sense very unique because more often than not it's about conceptual clarity, correct? चाहे
Yes.
बोर्ड ही हो ना हो, मतलब अगर आपकी फाउंडेशन मैग्नेटिज्म की ठीक नहीं है तो आप IIT जे क्या दोगे, करेक्ट? मतलब बोर्ड तो चलो ठीक है. So I think currently our focus is very much trying to get alignment towards board exams, if you to ask me, but more from a home tutoring. Even look at the capacity. I told you yesterday sir कि हम 15 बच्चों के beyond allow ही नहीं करते. आप नॉर्मली देखोगे तो IIT JEE की classes, the bigger ones tend to be 1 to 100, 1 to 150, 250,
Yeah.
correct?
Very much.
Super teacher making it happen. हमारा वो है कि वो जो एंड गोल चेस कर रहे हैं हम अभी उस पाथ पे नहीं है. So
Okay.
long answer short, I think what you will see us making developments are saying how can we empower home tutors better from a conceptual understanding better, correct? While we have a mock exams, mock test series, ये चीज़ों, and we're also figuring out how do we get some part of the checking simplified for teacher. But honestly, आज वो tech solution immediately मुझे नहीं दिखता अगले 1-2 महीने में आते हुए. But we can see clearly feedback from teachers saying कि हर साल January to Feb and March, I have too much workload of checking papers, correct? मतलब
Yeah.
and then sadly check तो होता ही है, but वो feedback जो जाना चाहिए ना कि बेटा तुम ये the analytics behind it अभी missing है because it's mostly subjective. But अगर आप testing वाला देखोगे, I know for a fact because MBIT की founder is a good friend. There the analytics is all around saying, boss, you wasted 20 minutes on this one question, or you don't understand this topic broadly, or this is your weak point, correct? So I think अभी हम उस journey पे तो नहीं है sir, honestly, correct? So on competitive exams first.
Okay. Let us say right now we are focused on the subjective part, the exam pattern. Okay. So see, for that, let me share how I analyze a student. The very first thing I need is the student should ask some questions based on whatever that has been taught. That is the verbal communication that goes on in the classroom. Second, on second level, there is these questions that I ask in the classroom based on the part that has been taught on the previous day. So that tells me how much they have revised at home after the yesterday's class. And third is I need to read the answers of those questions which I have given as homework, because there I read the language, I read the choice of words, I read the sequence of points, I read for the completeness or the incompleteness of any answer that has been written by the student. So it gives me a very kind of a whole picture of his thought process and his or her depth of knowledge and how much they have prepared or not prepared. So that concern, if it is addressed, then this is going to be great success. I mean, the students are really going to like it, because actually that is what we as a teacher I do in a physical classroom.
Yeah.
No, and it's a very fair feedback, sir. मतलब honestly, अगर आप ऐसे पूछोगे, this is those elusive holy grails. But then why would we only apply to classrooms? We would be licensing the software out, correct, to everyone in the world. I think because वो subjective है, वो life में जैसे language and see subject wise भी अलग हो जाता है sir, correct? Physics वगैरह very different from a maths, very different from language, correct? Which is English, correct? So actually, this problem statement is something that we've been thinking about, but honestly, मतलब आज for me to say कि ये हो जाएगा अगले 6 महीने बड़ा difficult है, because I think ये चीजें substitute करना, correct, with AI, where you're able to pick up what a teacher does. वो I think value addition अभी थोड़ा दूरी है sir. But is it a problem statement? We understand, absolutely do, and we also understand कि आज अगर आप GPT-3 देखोगे जो IBM का latest जो natural language processing पे based है, correct, AI based thing.
Yeah. I think we are losing
It struggles. It struggles with languages to begin with, correct? So while people do not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think we lost you there a little.
little bit conversation was broken.
No, so I think again, long story short, sir, I think something that is on our radar.
Yeah.
But honestly, do I see a solution for it in the immediate horizon? Absolutely not. I think this is the next level of the second next level of where we would like to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we understand थोड़ा तो अभी problem statement समझने में आना शुरू हुआ है. तो उसका solution build करते करते time लगेगा, sir.
Yes.
No, that's fine. See,
sir, also I can give you an example of how we are doing it now at Open House, right? So, sir, the first thing you told was revising the previous class ka questions. So for that, what we are doing now is, like I showed you the Open House quiz, right?
Yes.
हाँ, तो वहाँ पे we'll just add like previous class में से like important 5 to 10 questions, and we can like work it in the class. So that way you have revised the previous class.
Yes.
And after that, for seeing the notes, also I showed you the Filer app feature. So you can see, what the students can do is, whatever they have written on their notebooks, right? They can directly click pictures of that and share it like the one I have shared just now. And in the class itself, you can see all your students' answers and you can give them feedback on that, like you exactly said. So currently, how we are doing it is that way. Yeah.
Yes, I actually see what Aditya sir has said about the limitations of technology and all that. I think, he has a fair concern. So for the time being, what we can do is, wherever the technology is lacking or is underdeveloped, we can always substitute some human element in that area.
Human and manual element, yes, sir. Perfect.
So I think we'll come to know that as we go ahead.
As we go ahead, and we'll be improving the feature with you, sir. So yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anything else, sir?
No, I think I got a good outline of the screen and how it works or it's going to work. So Now,
so when do you think?
Imagine I start teaching sometime in the coming week. So again, as I go on using the platform, I might have a few queries or suggestions. I'll definitely share it with you.
Yeah, sure, sir. So if you can give us a rough schedule of whatever topics also you're trying to cover, right? What topic and when are your classes? We can come up with these solutions, right? We can come up with like a quiz, like I told you. We can show you some of the simulations that we have. We also have a few interactive quiz options called Jeopardy and all those. So if you can give us like a rough outline of what topic you're trying to cover, I can show you those and you can start using them in your trial classes as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can pick any topic from physics, anything that you have or you might want to.
Sure. So currently, like are your online classes happening currently? For which grade? And
I mean, my own in my city, with the 3-4 students are there.
Okay.
So I think they're online class. Yes.
Okay. So most of your students are online only.
Yes. I mean, what has happened is since 10th of March.
Okay.
A moderate lockdown was enforced in our city. It's going to be in effect till 4th of April.
Okay.
So Monday to Friday it is okay, but Saturday, Sunday it is very strict. And for all of the whole week, there is a night curfew up after 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So because of that, Monday to Friday, I am engaged in classroom